This is Stuart from Altera Consulting. In this video, we will cover how to create an IT support bot with ChatGPT. So let's imagine a scenario where we have an IT help desk that serves all the users in your company. And imagine at the moment this help desk, they're flooded with inquiries about a new tool that's just been released. This could be any tool, but in this example, we'll talk about a financial reporting tool. And this tool, it's been customized exactly for your business. But unfortunately, because of this, users can't refer to troubleshooting on the internet. They must refer to any advice that's included in the user manual. So what can we do to resolve this problem? Well, we can create an IT support bot. And you've probably seen this kind of thing when you have an issue and you access a company's web page and they have a chat that appears. You can communicate with the chat, and the chat bot will then talk you through how to resolve your own issue. Well, with ChatGPT, we can create something very similar. So the aim of this really is to streamline the process for employees so they don't need to contact the service desk. And so they can find a quick answer to their problem with instant response, and therefore really improve the employee efficiency and lets them get on with their work that they need to do. So let's take a look at what you'll need to create a custom GPT. For this, you'll need an OpenAI account. That's very easy to set up. But you'll also need an OpenAI subscription, either the Plus subscription or an enterprise account. And of course, you'll need to have a web browser. So any of the big web browsers is fine. Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, etc. But just to make a point that you can't create custom GPTs from the mobile app. So that's something to bear in mind. So before we jump in and start building our custom GPT, let's look at the specification and think about the actual design of what we're going to build. So as mentioned, the purpose, we're going to create an IT help desk assistant, and this will be to troubleshoot for the financial reporting tool. So just an example. And this particular tool, we have a knowledge base for it. So we have some user manual documentation, and we want the custom GPT to refer only to this documentation and not to refer to any information from the internet. And the communication style, well, for the communication, we want the chatbot to prioritize clarity and accuracy. We want to ensure that the language it uses is really accessible for everyone for any technical level. And so we want to avoid any technical jargon unless it's absolutely necessary. Okay, so when you log into ChatGPT with your account, this is the type of screen that you should see. You're probably familiar with this. This is where you enter your prompts normally. But today we're going to focus on creating a custom GPT. So let's explore this GPT section here. So this is the GPT marketplace. You can see here a selection of custom GPTs that have been created by companies or individuals. So I'll leave you to explore these in your own time. But today we're going to focus on actually creating a GPT. So let's go and click on the Create GPT button here and then move on with this. So this is the GPT builder where we build our IT support bot just by entering prompts here. And as we build our IT support bot, we'll be able to see a preview of it on the right hand side. And we can also test it out by entering prompts at the bottom as well. But before we continue, we need to add that file, that troubleshooting document that we talked about earlier. So if you go into the Configure tab, we can set things like name, description, and instructions. But this section here is where we need to upload the file. So let's click on this. And this is the file, but let me just give you an overview of what the file is. So this is just a troubleshooting document that we have created just for demonstration purposes using ChatGPT. And you can see it handles errors such as 1603 or this one, etc. and gives a general description about how to deal with these errors just for demonstration purposes. Okay, so let's add this file. And now we can proceed to the prompt. Okay, so now that we've attached our file, let's proceed to create the IT support bot using prompts. So we'll enter the prompt in here using something I've already prepared. And here we can see we're asking to create an IT support bot for a financial tool following the specification that we said earlier. So following step-by-step instructions, using accessible language, avoiding jargon, etc., etc. But the important point of this video is here. We're saying to ChatGPT, always refer to this troubleshooting document or other knowledge bases before responding to the user inquiry. So we don't want ChatGPT to revert to its standard behavior of generating random outputs based on its training data. We want first ChatGPT to reference that document we've just attached. In addition, we say, if you can't find the information in that document, then please advise the user to contact the help desk. So if we don't put this condition in here, again, ChatGPT will hallucinate. It will create random outputs based on its training data that don't exist in the document. So very important to add this. Okay, so let's enter this prompt. And then ChatGPT will then start creating our IT support bot. It'll suggest a name, in this case, FinVista Support. So we can choose a different name, but in this case, let's say that we like it. And then after doing this, ChatGPT will then create a custom profile picture for our IT support bot. And we can ask it to do this as many times until we find something that we like, but let's say that we like it. And then finally, ChatGPT will ask us a couple of questions about how do we fine-tune, what sorts of detailed behaviors do we want for our IT support bot. And so this question here, it's asking what should be emphasized. Let's say always refer to the troubleshooting document. And we can also give further specifications about exactly what we want to do. So we can say always quote the page number of the document in your response. So, okay, so now we can see that we've reached the end of this, and we can also confirm the preview on the right hand side. Okay, so now that our IT support bot is ready, we can test it out. So we can say, for example, I get error, was it 1603, when I try to log in. And it should refer to the manual now. And there we have it. So it says, gives a description here for error 1603 based on the troubleshooting guide. And we can also test that it doesn't hallucinate as well. So we can say something like, I get error 99999 when I try to log in. And this should not refer to some generic output, but should say just to call the help desk. Let's see if it works. And there we see it's working perfectly as expected. It says it can't find this error in the manual. Please call the help desk. Okay, so now we've tested our IT support bot and we're happy about how it looks and behaves. It's now time to save. So we click here on Create, and we can choose how we want to publish. We can choose to have it only available privately. We can choose to share it via a link, or we can choose to publish to the GPT store, where anybody who has access to that store will be able to access it. And for now, let's just choose anyone with the link, and we click Save. So this might take a minute. And here we can see that the GPT is published and we can view it. And that's it. Now we have an IT support bot. We can just share that link with anybody and they can resolve the issue themselves without having to contact the IT help desk. So during this video, we've covered quite a bit, but hopefully you've seen just how easy it is to create an IT support bot. What we didn't show you is the amount of testing and iterations that were required to make that prompt just perfect. So one important thing to bear in mind is to test. Make sure that the bot only refers to the documentation and that it meets all your requirements before you release. We focused on building an IT support bot, but there are many possibilities. For example, you could create a sales and CRM support bot, a project management support bot, or anything down to a support bot to help you with coding. The possibilities are infinite. If you're interested in learning about how to use ChatGPT more effectively in your organization, please contact us for our ChatGPT training. Or if there's some topic of ChatGPT you'd like us to cover in future videos, please add a comment below. Thank you for watching.